Hey guys, this is my second attempt of doing this video today. There's noise back there. It's cleaning day over here at home. You're gonna hear noises. I'm gonna try to be louder than the noises, but I can't control everything that happens. But here we are, finally doing the video of how to pass your NCLEX in the first attempt with 75 questions. Of course, you're not guaranteed to do 75 questions. That's the minimum, and the maximum is 145. Before I get started with any tips and how I studied, I'm going to go ahead and talk about very quickly about the Pearson view trick and how to understand that correctly. So yes, the Pearson view trick does work. It's very, very accurate. If you get the good pop-up, it's usually 100%. It is. It's 100%, even though you're going to feel like it's not, but it is. So the day you take your NCLEX, whether it be the morning, afternoon, usually afternoon it's a little bit more delayed, but you take the test. And when you're done taking the test, and you probably on your way home, you will probably get the email that says, now that you finished your exam, you probably have more questions. It talks about the 48 hours, quick results, stuff like that. That's when you do your Pearson view trick. You're going to log into your Pearson account, and the same way that you scheduled your exam, like the way you paid for your exam, the $200, because you schedule your exam when you get your ATT. Anyway, so you go in and you register. You do everything. You put your school, you answer whatever questions, you put your credit card number, except you gotta do either one of these two things I'm gonna say. I wouldn't recommend doing both because I don't know what's gonna happen. So the CVV number, change it. I put like 1, 2, 3, or the expiration date. You can change it, okay? And then the next pop-up, you hit submit, and it should be I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone because it has the notes that I need to talk about. And it'll say, the good pop-up would say, our records indicate that that you recently scheduled an exam and another cannot be completed at this time. That means you passed. That means the computer scored you as pass. If for some reason you get the bad pop-up and it'll actually say like card decline or something's wrong with the card, that means it was trying to charge you because the test scored you as failed. But the NCLEX gets scored 2 times. Once by the computer, and once everyone that's failed. So if you passed with the computer, that's not gonna get scored twice. But if you didn't pass with the computer, it gets scored again by, I think, a real person. You know, and then they'll decide. So if you get a bad pop-up, don't get discouraged. I know it's easier said than done. It's gonna be a very rough 48 hours for you because you're gonna be like, oh my god, did I pass? But yeah, let's go into the questions, the tips. Sorry. So this tip, is this tip. If you already graduated, it's kind of too late already. But if you're still in nursing school and you just happen to pop into here and see this video, this is what I recommend. And I argued with a girl once about this because she was just not having it. She was like, half-assing it the whole time in nursing school and stuff. And yeah. So make sure you understand the topic in nursing school. That way, when it comes time to review it again in NCLEX, because you're gonna review it again, it's not so difficult, And that doesn't mean that you're gonna know everything. You're never gonna know everything. It was me, and I had a hard time with PVD and PAD. I had a hard time with SIADH, Addison's DI, Cushing's. I had a hard time with all that stuff, and I had to relearn it again my last semester because we had a review course. So if you have a review course, it's great. So yeah, that way, watch videos, do something, try to grasp it as much as you can, so that when you come to the NCLEX, it is just a review for you. Okay. This next one annoys me as well. I love this YouTuber. She's great, but this tip that she gave, I don't recommend it. It's registered nurse RN. Sorry, she was like, use your school notes. No, I don't recommend using school notes because school notes are they're different for every school. Even the same school, the next couple years they might change their tests. It's they can't teach everything, so the professor's gonna teach what they want to teach and whatever. So yeah, I don't like that. It's not, unless you made some really, really good notes about just specifically like Addison's, all of the signs and symptoms, everything you need to know, then yes. But like I said, my notes for nursing school were like 25 pages long for each test. You think I was gonna go back there? Heck to the no. All right. Only use one NCLEX review book because it's gonna be too overwhelming. I had this one. I'll tell you right now. I only use this in nursing school. I will say it again. Because I said this in another video. I got this book before my NCLEX live review. It was a code going around, and I got it. And I got it in my second semester. I only have 4 semesters. I was in a 2-year program, and let me tell you, I loved it. Like, I'll study all my material for my notes and PowerPoints, and then I'll come here, and this will actually help me more. Okay, this will help me like just grasp everything. Just a good review. And it sums everything up nicely. The only time I ever looked at this book again was the day before my NCLEX. Or the 2 days before my NCLEX, I went in here, or I'm lying again. The day before my NCLEX, I looked at this and just looked at a couple of things. Just very, not to be all up deep into here. And I read like the test tips or whatever, but I didn't know cover to cover on this. Now, this one, a lot of people like to use this. I used this during nursing school for a little bit. Not even towards the end. I stopped using it. It was just too overwhelming. And for NCLEX, heck no. It was just too overwhelming. For NCLEX, I did not use it for NCLEX. Now, I also use Marquet. Amazing. Like, he gives you so many tips and stuff. Yeah. UWorld. So there's I use UWorld because that's all I knew about, but they have Archer, which is way cheaper. Princeton Review's cheaper. And and then SimCLEX, I found out about like literally the day before my NCLEX, but it is what it is. It kind of similar, it's like a simulation of the NCLEX. That's why that's what the meaning of that word is. I would just do one of those though, so just see what you want to do. How I studied. So I did 100 questions a day. I'm looking down at my phone. In tens by subject. That way you know what you're weaker in. Okay, so like for me, I went straight to OB and Peds because I know I was weaker in that, and that's how I did it. And then towards the end, like when I did my weaker stuff, then I started piling it all together. Like I combined funds, critical care, leadership and management, prioritization, and so on. And like still 10 question test because for 20, people did 75. I can't. Like I need to do 10 at a time. Even if I did 10, 20, I did 50 questions, but I did them separately and I didn't get overwhelmed. That's what helped me. And please read the rationales. The rationales are so important to know why you got it wrong. That when you do it again, you're like, okay, now I know why. I did note cards and I have them here. Now, these are my note cards from like Nursing 101. I put like all of my lab values, right? I did lab values and I would do like what pints to liters and all that kind of stuff. And then, so like towards the end is my NCLEX stuff, which I'll troughs and peaks, insulins, little, like little in different colors, how to map like heart defects, things like that, whatever. I swear, I felt like everything I studied wasn't even on the test, but you have to study everything. So, and I studied this like every day, and even before the test, every day I will look at this. Maybe not the beginning part that I showed you, but towards the end. Those are stuff that I learned from Marquet that really, really helped me pass the exam, I think, because sometimes you're not going to know everything. You have to guess. I watch videos with practice questions. Nexus Nursing is amazing with that. Like, I'll just sit there in bed, almost going falling asleep at nighttime, doing practice questions with the lady. I'll link her down below. Let's see what else. I watch simple nursing videos towards the end, like a couple days before the NCLEX, just to review, make sure that I understood the information. Beautiful Nursing has an NCLEX review video. I think it's like an hour or two long. I watched it in the beginning of my studies, and then I watched it the day before the NCLEX to really make sure that I grasped everything. And drive to the exam. These are just tips. Drive to the exam center before if you're in the same town, maybe no, but I was 30 minutes away, and I made sure I drove there one day to make sure I knew what exit to get off of and stuff like that. I wouldn't study the day before the NCLEX. Okay, do something, unless it's like I did, a real quick review, man, I forgot about this. Is it this? I just started overthinking and stuff. But don't get too overwhelmed doing too much studying, and then you get to the test and you're just over it already. You need 2 days of not looking at any questions, okay? Um, Eat well. Don't eat junk food and stuff. Like I ate fruits and vegetables. I made sure I eat really healthy food. Hydrated myself a lot that day. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Just that's what I did. Um, get a good night of sleep. I had some tea to help me. That tea is amazing. If you didn't see the video of NCLEX Day, go look at it. That tea, I love it. So like, don't take any sleeping pills or Benadryl because you don't want to miss the test, but you want to have a good understanding, like a good sleep. I would definitely use their noise canceling headphones. They're amazing. I never liked earplugs, but those are completely different from earplugs. Like literally, you put them on and you're in a zone. Like I was in a zone, like I was there all by myself, type of thing. Like even if there was people next to me and stuff, I just felt great. Like I loved it. Like when I took them off, I was like, holy crap, I'm done. Like it was just crazy. You can't even hear no clicking, nothing. And guys, you got this, okay? You've been preparing for this moment for 2 to 4 years. You passed the worst nursing school. You got this. You can pass this exam as well, okay, guys? You can do it. You just need to practice and practice and practice questions. You have to, because I was horrible on Nursing 101. I did horrible in exams. And as the years went by, semesters went by, I got better and better and better. You have a friend that sucks, stop hanging out with that person that doesn't do well on tests. You need to hang out with people that do better. And then when you do better, help them. You just gotta help each other out. Like I said, you have to know how to answer the questions because sometimes you're not gonna know everything. You're not gonna know all the information. So sometimes you're gonna have to guess, or you're gonna have to know how to answer the question. And Mark K is the way to go. If you can't listen to all his lectures, like 17 hours long, listen to the last one. The last one's amazing. Like I would listen to the last one twice. Okay, like the day before the exam, I made sure to listen to it again because just the way you have to answer the questions sometimes really, really, his tips really do help. So that's not that you have to know it all. You have to know how to answer the questions. Okay. So yeah, the next clips are showing you my scores on UWorld and stuff, and my NCLEX drive. If you want my NCLEX drive, email me and I will gladly share it with you. I'm not linking it below. And I'm linking the Nexus video below and beautiful nursing video below. What else? That's about it. And lastly, real quick, our school does VADI, and VADI's from ATI, and our program couldn't finish it. Like we didn't need a green light to finish the program. Some people do. I feel really bad if you do need a green light to finish because ATI is very, very difficult. I decided to finish VADI after I graduated because I paid for ATI, big fee for ATI, and why not? And I felt like if I failed this test and I had resources and I didn't use them, I would beat myself up for it. Long and behold, I did horrible. I did worse than the first time. My first one in school, I did a 73 and I had a 93% chance of passing. When I did it here at home, I had gotten like a 60 something and a 80% chance of passing. I did not get the green light. I was like so upset, but then I did the UWorld and I got very high chance of passing, and then I passed. So I let them know, hey, I did not need no green light to pass. So it did help me learn more things, more information, the more questions you get, the better. But I don't know. Another thing that when you're listening to the Mark K lectures, something that I didn't listen when I listened to the first time, I didn't realize he said this, but I caught it on the second time. He said he'd rather take the NCLEX over and over and over than do a HESI or an ATI test because that's how difficult those exams are. They try to trick you and stuff, but the NCLEX is not. It's not going to try to trick you. They're pretty straightforward with their questions and stuff. You just gotta, like I said, you gotta know how to answer the questions, and you're gonna do great. Remember, like you see yourself getting a lot of select alls, you're doing great. Okay. But yeah, take your time. Read the question a couple times. Make sure that your option matches, and just move on. Don't linger on that too long. But all right, the next couple clips you'll see what I told you already. Okay, here's my UWorld. I did 100% of the questions and scored a 56. I started off as a 53. That is that, guys. I couldn't get any higher than that, okay? Okay, so I got a 67, and the average is a 55. So, very high chance of passing. The 76th percentile. Okay? Okay, guys. So here is from UWorld. Learners with an average Q bank score of 56% pass the NCLEX at a 92% rate. You know, just in a briefly read, not I'm not gonna read, I read this already, but it's saying like their questions are challenging for a reason, like, so it prepares you. So the questions on the NCLEX aren't as hard. Here is my Google Drive. Again, I'm going to mention if you want my Google Drive, email me. I'll leave the link below. So this is this one was a free download from Nurse in the Making. It was nice. I bought this from Beautiful Nursing and it was great. Oh my goodness, I just want to show you like a glimpse of it. See, like, it was great. Like, I reviewed that the day before. And that was nice. You could just look at this yourself. And then the Marquet stuff is all in here, okay? All 12 lectures are here. You'll download them onto your computer. And I just want to show you the notes real quick. And yeah, here, thank God. I don't know who did this, but these are not my notes or someone else's. But everything, like, you could just go along, okay? Go along, highlight here, do what you gotta do. I don't think you could highlight in this, so I don't know if you could just save this separately, but whatever. It's just, I love it. It was great. Great, great, great. So I think that's all I had to say. Good luck, you guys. You got this.